Hello and welcome to another instalment of Life with Limits, and about time too. I've been really slacking on the whole vlogging thing and the blogging thing, and I've just generally been slacking. I've had other things that I've been looking into and trying to concentrate on, albeit not very well. So I just wanted to make a quick video to let you know where I am really. I'm still here, I'm still pottering about, still got chronic fatigue, still not doing as much as I should be doing. I feel better, but no, that's wrong. No, I am better, but I don't feel better. But then again, I'm not really sure what I feel, which is part of the problem. When I got ill, I was ill because I wasn't listening to what my body was telling me. I had a virus and I kept going. I didn't really listen to my body, which was saying stop, just please stop, and I carried on and I pushed my body into the ground, and it sort of went no, I can't do this anymore, and shut down. So that was part of the problem, why I fell ill, and it's part of the problem which is keeping me ill at the moment. I'm not listening to what my body is telling me, so I end up overdoing it. I end up getting into a stress state or getting stressed or what have you. And I think the fact that I'm not aware of what I'm feeling is part of the problem, because if I'm not aware of what I'm feeling, then I can't use the tools with which I've been provided to rectify that and to try and help alleviate it. And I know this sounds sort of a bit psychological and what have you, and I don't want to say that CFSME is a psychological illness, because it is most certainly not. It is a very physical, physiological and probably neurological illness. But that being said, psychology does play a huge part in it. It's not just one thing. I don't think CFS is just, it's either neurological or it's psychological or it's physiological or it's immune or it's blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's any one of those. I think it's a combination of a lot of different factors from a lot of different areas. And I know for me, my triggers were probably the fact that psychology-wise, I am an achiever and I am a helper, and I'm sure I have probably other subtypes as well. I was helping people to the detriment of my own health. I always wanted to do better, which is why I pushed myself into the ground, because I was constantly pushing, and that's not helpful. And I think those are the factors which made me ill, combined with the fact that I had a virus, and that virus was telling me to, well, my body was telling me while it was attacking the virus to slow down and to stop and to look after myself, but I wasn't listening to it, and as such I drove myself into the ground. But now I have developed psychological problems such as fear and anxiety, and those aren't helpful either. If you look at what the OHC teach you as being a stress state and a healing state, I am most of the time probably not in a healing state because of fear and anxiety. And I think a lot of the time I use the things like television and computer games to numb, I suppose, the fact that I have chronic fatigue, to not have to deal with it, to deal with the associated stuff and the baggage that comes with it. I know for 9 years before I started with the OHC, when I got ill, I was told that it'll go eventually, there's nothing they can do, so just wait it out. And I thought, okay, I can do that. So I played computer games, I watched television, and for me that was an escape from what I was feeling. And I suppose over the last 9 or so years I have effectively conditioned myself to ignore what it was I'm feeling and to just potter about and try and enjoy myself as much as I can despite my health. As I'm now finding out, that's not probably the best way to go about it. I need to be aware of some of the fears and some of the anxieties and the unhelpful thought patterns, the achiever type and the helper type. But in order to do that, I need to start listening to what my body and my brain are telling me. And I'm sure, even though I'm numbing them, these thoughts, with gaming and television, they're still there. They're still there in your subconscious, in your unconscious mind, trundling around, and that is not helpful. So trying to address the psychology side of things, which is something that you can in time get over and help with anxiety and fear and what have you. I think if you are prepared to do that, it is a scary prospect. I know for me, I find it exceedingly scary, but there are things you can do. Yoga is supposed to help, meditation is supposed to help, and all of these different things that they tell you and people tell you, and you get advice from books and websites, and I've got mine from the Optimum Health Clinic and Secrets to Recovery, as I've mentioned before in other videos. The tools that you are provided with can help you, but you need to use them regularly. You need to be self-disciplined and determined, and I think you also need to believe that you can get better and that these things will work, but there needs to be an aspect of determination and self-discipline to use them every day. And I know I've been rubbish with it. I haven't been using them to the levels which I should have been, and I need to sort that out. But yeah, it's scary. I still numb what I feel because I don't feel 100% confident that I can actually sort out my fears and anxieties when it comes to getting better. And there are probably things in my psychology that are holding me back, and addressing those things, yeah, it's quite scary, but maybe that's what needs to be done. Maybe that's one of the hurdles that I need to go over. Maybe it's a brick wall instead of a hurdle, but maybe if it is a brick wall, you can start taking the wall down brick by brick, and it might take a long time, but if one keeps at it with the self-discipline and perseverance, then if that wall comes down, then you can progress on further. And I think maybe that's going to be the case with chronic fatigue. I mean, I know I'm better. I've started doing a degree course, and which I would never have dreamed about 3 years ago. I started doing a degree course in psychology, which I think is something which I enjoy and I find very interesting, but it's also something which I think can help me on my recovery journey, and when I am better will enable me to help others and teach those people to maybe recover from different things. But I must be better if I'm considering these different things, but I need to now acknowledge the fact that there are things which I need to address, and I think that's my next course of action, my next plan. It's quite scary, so wish me luck, and I hope you're all well. I'm going to draw this to a close because it's nearly 9 minutes of rambling rubbish. Right, crack on, and I will hopefully see you soon. Toodaloo.